Welcome, everybody. Where is everybody tuning in from? I know we have some new members with us that joined the Champions community. Of course, if you're new, we have these sessions every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And every week we have different educators that come from Champions that are sharing value with you, whether it's the Forex market, crypto, stocks, NFTs, or just things about financial literacy, risk management, a lot of great topics being covered every single week. And of course, welcome to everybody that is new, to returning existing members, of course. You can definitely attest that these are great sessions. So today we have Edwin. Edwin will be leading today's call, and he has something special prepared for all of you. He is one of the most well-known and respected educators here in Champions and GC as well. He's been doing massive things with the entrepreneur side, with the business, but also the financial market space. He's built an impressive portfolio when it comes to the crypto markets, and he has a lot of experience. So he definitely knows what he's talking about. And I'm very excited to present him to you guys today. Not just an entrepreneur, not just someone that's good with, his finances and investments, but also a best-selling author. So he's definitely got a lot of things up his sleeve. So Edwin, the virtual stage is yours.
Awesome. Thank you for that introduction. Can everybody hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. Rosanna, if you could do me a quick favor and make my other device co-host as well, that would be great. So for like she mentioned, she said all those nice things about me. I should definitely keep her around. It does help my ego for sure. But other than that, I always like to start these calls, or you know what, by show of hands, or drop a one in the chat if you were on the on this call last week Tuesday. Drop a one in the chat. Okay, so we got a few people. Okay, so last week we spoke about risk management, risk to reward ratios. And I wanted to touch on something that I know some of us get confused with, and this will help both sides of our team, those that do the marketing and those that do the trading. Right? I understand some people just want to focus on the marketing, and that's fine. And you don't want to touch trading, that's fine. But of course, those that do a bit of both have a better understanding and have that bit of, I'm going to say, advantage when it comes to marketing, because then you know what it is that you're showing. So you have that advantage. But for those that are looking to be serious customers, because that is, our focus, we do look to help people with the financial markets and different platforms and different strategies, and you have access to so many different things. Because of that, I always like to start off these calls by saying these calls every Tuesday that we put on is extra value for all of you. You have to make sure that you log into your back office to access all of the the iGenius University, to all the calls, all the live sessions with the market experts, the top experts, the crypto experts, stock experts, Forex experts, etc., binary option experts, all of the accredited market experts. That's what all of us have paid for with our memberships, to have access to those actual experts. I wish I could call myself an expert, but I can't. I could say I'm very experienced, knowledgeable. I've had really good days. I've had really bad days, but I cannot call myself an expert yet. So stay away from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube gurus that claim to know it all, that they say whatever, that they can predict the markets. Nobody can, but this is why all of us have paid to have access to market experts, so that we can learn from them. And also, Market Pro should be your best friend in your back office. And I bet you, most of you, if you log in to your back office and you check your Market Pro, it'll show probably zero, results or progress. So if you look in your back office, you go to Market Pro or the Champions University, and you don't see any 100% checks or that certification that you get at the end of completing segments, then you have a lot of work to do. All right. So what we're going to talk about today is the fact of, not the fact, but we're going to be talking about basically identifying pips. Christian talked about pips and stuff on the market some weeks back, and what is a pip, point and percentage and all that. So if you missed that, go back and watch that video, or you should be up to date in the back office. If you're lost somewhere, then just take in what you can and just try to follow along, because pips are basically how you measure points and percentages in the Forex space. So it doesn't necessarily apply in crypto or stocks or binary options. So for those that are doing Forex, that every time it moves up like a fraction of a cent, it's moving up a pip. And depending on your lot size, that it can be going up by like in the cents, like 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, or by the dollars, or by the tens of dollars or hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars if you're a high roller, right? Though that's where you're really like, you need to change your underwear every few minutes, because it's moving in the tens of thousands at a time. So I'm going to show you how to identify pips, what a spread is. And the reason why I'm going to show you this is because for those that do the marketing, you'll be able to market better. And those that don't understand, you'll be able to identify. Basically, I'm going to be calling out a lot of people out there in the industry. Not people from this team, of course, but I'm just saying, and I'm not fighting other teams. I'm just saying other people in the industry, because you'll be able to see when people post different things out there, which ones are lying to you and which ones aren't, or which ones are, kind of bending the truth, whatever. All right. So who's ready to see that? Who's ready to see some people's lives get exposed a little bit? Okay. And as a side note, there is no shame in having a demo account. Let's just get that clear. Okay. I'll always say, anybody that's asked me questions, I'll always say, use a demo, use a demo, use a demo. There's no shame in that. Don't lie about it. If you're using a demo, say, I'm using a demo, I'm learning. Like, we all go through those things. I wish I had a demo. I didn't know any better, and I was stupid, and I used actual money, and it was an expensive lesson. Okay, so if you're using a demo, say, hey, this is a demo, I'm learning. Okay. Anyways, without that, I went to Google, what I'm going to show you, so no one thinks, oh, whose page is that from, whatever. I went to Google and I typed in Forex results. Okay, so go Google it. What I'm going to show you, you're going to get the same principle. All right, so relax. Don't be like, oh my God, that's my screenshot. No, it's not. I'm still in demo, haven't figured it out. That's fine. That's what it's all about. You're using a demo so that you can figure it out. Let's get that clear, okay? The last thing you want, I'm telling you from experience, is to put in $1,000 because I think I'm ready, and it just looks like ups and downs, and then you lose your $1,000. You don't want that. Practice with the demo. You're fine. If it takes you a month, 3 months, don't sweat it. Okay. So I'm just going to share my screen quickly here. Actually, I'm going to do the whiteboard thing. Okay, everybody see this nice smiley? Yes, I can see. Okay, perfect. Daniel's smile confirmed it to me. Perfect. Okay, so I'm assuming by now you have a better idea of what pips are. If not, again, go watch the training or just try to keep up. But whenever you're going to go buy or sell a currency, so you're going to go and you can either buy or sell. Some of you have probably wondered, how can I sell something that I don't own? It doesn't make any sense. Like a surface level, it doesn't, but just understand, we won't get into that too deep. Just understand you can be on both sides. So if something's going up, if something's going down, you don't care. You're just looking to make money. So if it's on the sell side or the buy side, it makes no difference for you. You don't care. You just want to make some money. So when you're going to do either or, there's going to be the entry price. So when it comes to putting in alerts, they're going to show you an entry price, whatever the price is. For the sake of this example, we'll just say we're talking about gold. We'll just put it at $1,500. Let's say gold. It's not at 1,500, but we'll just use that for the sake of the example. This is going to be the entry price. If you're going to be buying it, now let me ask you this and answer this in the chat. Are you familiar with pawn shops? How pawn shops work, right? You go, you have something you want to sell. They're obviously going to like undercut you. They're going to give you like the lowest price possible because they're going to try to resell it. So they have to make a profit in between, right? Pretty straightforward. I mean, obviously you on the trying to get the cash side, you're going to try to push them to get as much as possible, but you understand that their job is basically to buy things low and sell things high. It is what it is. So if you go in, you have cash, let's just say USD because it's international. So you have USD. Sorry, they have USD. And you have your item. So you go in, you have your item, and you're saying to them, hey, I want to sell my item. I want to sell it. So they're going to basically say, okay, well, the retail is 1,500. That's what the market is saying that this item goes for. It's 1,500. But I'm going to buy it from you. I'm going to buy it at just say 1,000. Okay, so on their side, they're buying it low. So they have a spread of $500. They're basically making a profit. So you basically sold at this price. Okay, maybe you purchased it higher, maybe you purchased it lower, whatever the case was, you sold it at $1,000. Whatever. Okay, you're the seller, you sold it at $1,000. The point of this example, before you guys get too confused with numbers, is there has to be a buyer and a seller. Okay, so if you're selling a stock, you're selling a crypto, you're selling a currency pair, there has to be somebody on the other end to buy it. And if you're going to be buying it, it's because somebody's, you're going to be buying it from somebody that sold it. So pretty straightforward. And then whatever's in between those differences, the brokerage is the one that makes that money. So in this example with the pawn shop doesn't really give a damn because as long as they can flip it, which is why if you ever go to a pawn shop, by the way, or like a precious metals jeweler or a jewelry store that resells things, buys and sells gold, you can always negotiate because it's all about profit margins, right? Just I saw Jade's head tilt like, I'm gonna go buy myself a nice diamond chain. So now she knows. Now I know where her commission check is gonna go. So as a quick hack, by the way, and those that have had conversations with me, this is like side game for all of you. When it comes to like buying jewelry for myself, I'll always like buy it and negotiate it that way. If it's for my partner, I always buy brand new. But like precious metals, like gold bars, ounces, whatever, you can always negotiate. There's always room for that. Jewelry is the biggest scam out there. Side note. Okay, so over here, when it comes to this example, it's about buying and selling. Somebody's buying, somebody's selling. The whatever price in between is called the spread, and I'm going to show that to you as like in real time. So let me open up my demo here, and I'll show you guys in real time. Okay. Okay, can everybody see my demo account? Thumbs up. Yes. Okay, I see Jade. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so this is on my iPad. It looks pretty similar on your phones, just a whatever standard demo account. If you've ever wondered why when they show you prices, it's always two, it's because one's a buy price, one's a sell price. So the same example of the pawn shop, that's what you're looking at here, right? Because if you're going to buy a currency pair, you're going to get it at one price in the market. And if you're going to sell it, you're going to get it at another price. Because the reason for that is whatever is in between this price, that's called the spread. Not like butter, but that spread is basically to show you the commission that they make. Michelle will be able to keep a straight face. She's working. And for those that were on her live yesterday, I threw her a cowboy hat. So the difference in between here is the spread, and that's how the brokerages make commissions. And this is important to the point that I'm going to make after of you being able to identify, traders or whatever. Okay, so whatever each one is, if you do the math, whatever this price. So if you put in a calculator, 0.59543 subtract 0.59553, get the difference, or vice versa, whatever. You're gonna get like 0.0001, whatever it is. So that difference in between, that'll be the spread. In some cases, they'll charge a commission on top as well. If your trade is running past a certain hour, if it rolls over into the next market. So if you put in the trade during New York Stock Exchange time, Eastern time, then it rolls over into like Asia, Australia, and all that. As it rolls over into different markets, because Forex is 6 days a week, and basically 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. They'll charge you what's called I forgot what it's called, but they'll charge you some other fee where it's like a holding fee, and then that swap fee. Thank you. See, someone's on the back office there. So thank you, Zach. It's a swap fee. So they start to charge that. So you start to have to take that into account if you're rolling into different markets. So is it pretty straightforward with the spread? I don't want to get too stuck on the topic of spread. I want to show you guys exactly what I want to show you guys. So spread is pretty straightforward. Different currency pair is going to have a different price difference. Depending on the time of day, is going to have a different price difference. And depending on the volume and volatility, it'll have a different price difference. Which gold and NASDAQ, Dow Jones, all those can have like huge spreads in different volatile times to basically stop and slow down traders. Because when you enter a trade, if you ever notice, you're already at a loss. We'll do one live right now. Again, this is just a demo. So we'll just make a trade. For the sake of everybody participating for fun, what should we do? Should we do a buy? Should we do a sell? What should we do? Here, let's test all of your knowledge. What's buy? I feel like I'm in Wall Street. Okay, so we're gonna do a buy. We're going to do a crazy lot size. Does anybody know how much this is for every pip that it goes up? Drop it in the chat. A lot. That's a good answer. Okay. 1,000. No. It's 100. It's $100. So every time it moves up, so if it moves 10 pips, $100 per pip times 10 pips, it's $1,000. Okay. Should we go crazier? Should we add another zero? Michelle's like, no. So yes. Okay. Daniel's on the same page as me. Sorry, Michelle, but we're doing it. Okay. So we're going to make it $1,000 a pip. And it's better this way for the example that we have today. Okay. We're going to do the buy. So you see the price difference, the 1901.30 to 1901.55. I don't think it'll let me. Not enough money. My demo account is too small. Okay. Still not enough money. Oh no. Okay. Should we make a new demo account? No, it's okay. Okay, ta-da, look, I'm already in the negatives. I'm at minus $30. What the heck? We just got in the trade. How come I'm already losing? This isn't working. I'm copying and pasting alerts. I'm listening to what the experts are saying and I'm already losing. Like, what did I do wrong? I input the trade. That's the spread. So the moment you got in, the brokerage already made their commission. Because for you to get out of the trade, you are gonna have to be in the break even or profits. The brokerage could care less. You could like destroy your account from here. They're making money. They don't care. They already made their money. So again, pawn shop example. Okay, so if you look, let's see if we can go on a micro level here. So if you look, you can see the spread happening in real time. Let me move all you guys out of my way. So you see the difference. It's right there. That's what these two represent. One is the buy, one is the sell price. So we just did a buy, and we know we're already in the negatives, which means that this is what we got in at. Okay, this is what we got in at. So for us to profit, we need this to go up, and these two move together. They move in tandem together. So as it goes up, they go up together, whatever it is. So because this is what we got in at, we want it to go up. We did a buy. Okay, so we need that price. So when we're going to sell, we're not looking at this price. We're looking at this price. Because what are we going to do? We're going to sell. That's what there's a red bar. We're going to be selling. That's our next move. We went in on a buy, and we're going to sell it. They already made their commission. That's the spread, right? If it gets to a volatile moment in the market, this spread can like shift and stuff. We won't get too into that. So now, how is it that you're going to be able to look and read and basically call people out or understand better what is going on out there, or reading pips kind of backwards, right? So for those that are in the marketing side of things, you can break down positions, you can break down ranks if you deconstruct or look at things backwards. On trades, it's the same thing. When you see an expert and they say like, okay, well, this is the trade that we did. Okay, we can always go and back test it. If they're saying this is how we did it, you can always ask them why. Why did you enter? Why did you sell? Why did you buy? Why did you do this price retracement with a Fibonacci or this, whatever? And it's I know a lot of you hate math, a lot of you don't like math, a lot of you are not good at math, and all of those things are irrelevant because math is like the language of the universe anyway. And the point of that is you should be like, it should always sum up. You should always be able to see the work. So if they can't break down the formula, then they don't understand what the hell that they did. It's just like back in school, right? Most of us failed, some of us passed. Congratulations, God bless you. But you should always be able to deconstruct and understand the formula. Whether you're on the marketing side, social media, trading, investing, doesn't matter. If somebody can't say to you, this is why I did what I did, they were just guessing. And if they're just guessing, if they're honest, then that part's fine too. But that's where you're going to understand the difference between both traders. So here I'm going to show you the examples that I took from Google. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to determine together whether this trader had an actual good day or they're lying to us. Okay. So, and remember, the dollars, one thing you got to get through your mind is when you're looking at dollar amounts, it does not matter. Somebody can show us in Champions University that they made $5. And if you look at their trades, and if it was on like the lowest lot size, a $5 day could actually be something to celebrate. I'm just being straight. Now, none of us are going to get excited about $5. But if we change the way we look at things, the things we look at begin to change, and we start to understand that it wasn't $5, it was the percentage of their account size, or it wasn't $5, it was that their trade hit 50 pips, then that's actually a really good trade. Anything from like 10 pips to 25 pips, that's your standard, like take profit one. 10 pips is very, very low. Like usually you see like 20, 25 pips, but 10 pips that's like most scalpers do that. I don't recommend that style of trading. So a $5 day could be a good day, but you won't know unless you can break it down, because you have people that are showing off like a $200 day, and really they're just full of BS. So in this example, now that we understand a little bit about spread, we really don't care about this stuff down here. We don't care what their balances say. We don't care what deposits show. None of that really matters to us. That can be a measuring tool for later. But now that we understand lot sizes, let's reconstruct this. I don't think anyone's ever done this on a Champions University. So we're going to do this. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so for this one, the US 30 Dow Jones, they did a buy at 2.00 lot size. This is basically a standard lot. before you weren't allowed to do like micro lots. So anything less than one lot, a standard lot, which is basically $10 per pip. Anything less than that was at some point was like not allowed. So you couldn't, the average trader was not able to trade. So here we have $20 per pip. Okay, everybody with me so far? The lot size is a 2 lot size. So it's $20 per pip. So if we know that that's $20 per pip, then let's just do the math. Straight math. Don't worry. No one has to lose their hair, off their wig. We're just gonna go pretty straightforward. So $68 divided by 20. How many pips did this person go up? So for a pip, I appreciate the question. We won't get too deep into it. I'll just glaze over it and remind us in the Champions University channel to send you the recording of Christian went over pips, but you should definitely start attending the back office, the Market Pro. A pip is a point in percentage. So every time that it goes up in the way that this index is measured, every time it moves up 1 point, that's 1 pip. So whenever we do trades, we are counting pips. We don't count dollars. Dollars are nice, but we're not counting dollars. We count pips. Does that help answer your question, at least for now? To Tara? Yeah, okay, perfect. Just so I don't lose you too much, okay? At least like this here up to, okay. So 3.4 pips. Perfect. So $68, that's not a bad cash out. But 3.4 pips, tell me, anyone here in the chat, if you've ever seen any of the traders send a trade alert with a 3.4 pip take profit. If you have your camera on, just shake your head. Never. Doesn't exist. Now, is it Tara? First Tara, second one Tara. Well, yeah, it sounds the same. Tara. Okay, thank you. Perfect. Read my mind. Okay, so Tara. And I'll answer this directly to you, but I know with the recording, other people are going to have the same question, and maybe other people are too shy. So, when one of the traders sends a trade alert for us to copy and paste for practice purposes, not financial advice. That's not a cute way of saying it's not financial advice, but it's financial advice. It's not financial advice. When they send a trade alert, they'll usually have it in different take profits. So the 1, 2, and 3. So like different levels. Like when it gets to this one, you start to move things along, right? So we're going after things. Usually the first take profit, usually it's anywhere between 20 to 25 pips. So something like this, 3.4 pips is like that never happened. That this person basically just went in, they entered the trade, they were automatically at a loss, like you saw, because that's normal because of the spread. That's expected. They waited for it to go up into the profits, and then they closed it. They closed this trade. That's exactly what happened. You can see that now, right? Because ain't nobody going in for $20 a pip, and the spread, which we're going to show right now, there's no way that you wrote out that spread for $68. Somebody do the math. Let's expose these Google gurus. So the highest number first, put this in a calculator somewhere, and subtract this number. What's the difference? $34 or 3.4. See, so you see the pips? Yes. So there's your pips, basically. So whatever their spread was, sorry, I was going to show something else, but I think it might be too confusing. So with their spread, let's say that their spread was whatever, could have been 3 pips, could have been 5 pips, 10 pips, whatever. We don't know, depending on the time of the the trade and the brokerage, whatever. But you can start to like deconstruct it. So if that's 34, but we know it's 3.4 pips. So you can start to like see like, okay, well, how do you measure this? And someone had asked me this, how do you measure the different indexes? So this is one way to kind of like deconstruct and see, okay, how do you measure the pips for these things? So if it's 34, basically it's every $10. So every $10 was a pip here. Because if we know it's 3.4 pips, so every $10 was a pip. So $34 is 3.4. So anyways, so okay, this is 3.4 pips. Next one, let's move down the line. So here, this one here, what's the lot size? It's 1. And we'll get back to our demo counts, don't worry. So this one is 1, which is $10 a pip. Do the math. $150 divided by 10. What is it? Okay, so 15 pips. So now we're a little bit better. There's a bit less risk. But 15 pips, I don't know. I don't know about that one. How about the next one? So $406.50 divided by $30 a pip. What is it? So 406.50 divided by 30. What is it? I don't have calculators, so you guys got to tell me. I'm going to assume you guys are right. So you could say whatever, and I'm just going to I know it's, so 13.55. Okay. Okay. Next one, $40. I'm just going to put this here. $40 a pip. So $93 divided by $40. What is it? Tara's getting it. All right. 2.325. Next one. $94.28 divided by 40. What is it? $2.37. Okay. 357. Okay. So now for this example here, let's add up these pips. Somebody do that for me. 3.4 pips plus 15 pips plus 13.55 pips plus 2.325 plus 2.325. What's that? 15, 28, 32, 35. It's like 36. There you go. Tara's got it. I'm like mega mind. I did it in my head. 36 point. I got the forehead for it. So 36.632. We'll just call it 36.5 pips. So this person with all this flair, all this jazz, we won't have to go down the total list. All this flair and pizzazz, they did 36 pips. 0.5 pips, whatever, 632, who cares? Now, this, like I said, in our channels, the first take profit is usually about 20 to 25 pips, sometimes 30 pips, whatever. Just say 25 pips. And our take profit 3 or 4 sometimes is at 100 pips. This person here is obviously showing off this. Can tell me in the chat, is this person lying to us? Yes or no? I mean, what they showed was what actually happened, but are they lying about how good they are? Yes or no? Yes. So we know that this person's a fraud, because let's say on the opposite end, there's no way that you're going to be holding a trade at $30 a pip for, like, you know, if this is what you're closing at, if you're trying to collect $94, $93 for 2 pips, 3 pips, like you've already lied to me. Oh wow, I did 1,800 I did $1,819 today. What a good day. Time to go back to work. You got the alerts working for me. Copy and paste system. Join my whatever. Join my elite program, and I'll show you how to do this. It's like, definitely not. That definitely don't follow that. Okay. Again, I'm gonna be pissing some people off, not from this team, because our team doesn't do that. Let's go to the next one. Oh, okay. We got a high roller over here. Okay. Is everybody following so far? Is everybody liking this? But I know this is like different. I don't think anyone's ever done this. Like no one's ever done it this way. I like to do things like weird and different, because then it like forces us to like learn differently. Okay, cool. All right. So let's break this one down. So somebody's, again, this is all from Google. Let's pretend we saw this on Instagram, social media. Oh my God, this person's a guru. I got to listen to them. Their balance is $103,000. How will I ever achieve that type of money? I wish I was earning, $131 per trade, 277. This is the lifestyle that I want. Please teach me, oh wise one. So let's break this down. Okay. So we'll start with the first one. 2.50 lot size is how much per pip? And I'm asking because I know some of you get confused when you start to see more than one number. So this is for Terra. Okay. So for the rest of you, you should know this. This is for Terra. So because I know you got to catch her up a little bit. When you see a lot size, this here is called a lot size. And it's just a fancy way of saying how much, in what increments, what dollar amounts do you want the trade or investment or the currency pair to be like costing you every time it moves up 1 point or moves down 1 point. That's basically what a lot size is and how it works. And how you can read that is like this. Again, this is for Terra. So I better see right answers in the chat now instead of you guys waiting for me to explain it, because you guys should know this. And those that don't know this is for you too. Unless you've been here a while, then shame on you. It's okay. So 10.00. So this is what the lot sizes would look like. Okay, Edwin, that's great. What does that mean? 0.01 just means 10 cents. 0.10 means $1. 1, and I squared it. That's a standard lot size. Just means $10, $100, $1,000 per movement. $1,000 per movement. If you make it a 2, it's 2,000, et cetera, et cetera. So when you start to put in decimals, I'm going to answer it because I see a lot of you got lost. This is $20 because it's the 2 lot, but then you have the 0.5, which goes over here, here, there. So Daniel got it. Okay, it's $25 per pip. Okay, because we're going to break this down together. So I want you guys to understand it. So if it was 2.53, it's $25.30 a pip. Why you would do it like that, I don't know. But some people, OCD in weird ways, whatever. But for the sake of keeping things simple, this is what it is here. It's $25 per pip. Let's break it down. Let's see if we got a guru or not. So $131.85 divided by $25 per pip. 5.274. Perfect. So we are collecting pips here. Okay. So Tara, this is for Tara. So far, does it look like we have a liar here? So same idea. So next one, I'm not going to make you do the math for a few cents. So it's the same thing. We'll just do, this is going to be more or less the same by $1 or so. Let's do this one. So $277.50 divided by $25. See, now you guys are getting it. You guys are like going fast. So 11.1. So 11.1, just call it all the same. There's no way, unless they're scalpers, and even scalpers don't have this many trades open because that's way too much. So this person went in on 2 different currency pairs, opened up 3 different 3 different positions for each trade, and just basically closed it quickly because of how close the price difference is. These 3 are basically identical, so they went in like boom, 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 like buy, not like NSYNC. Here, these first 3 here, you can see that there's a slight price difference between these 3. It just means that when they did the buy, the price was fluctuating just a little bit. That's why there's like a difference of a few dollars between. So we know that this person went in with 3 different positions on the same currency pair for each one. So the reality is they're showing it to you broken down this way. We already know this person is full of crap. But on the other end as well, if you do proper risk management, it's not 2.5 lot size per trade, because really this is one currency pair. We got to add these 3 up. So they didn't do trades at 2.5. It's really one currency pair. And if we add that up, that's 7.5 lot size. So really, they were writing this trade at $75 a pip. So that's some crazy amount. You're going $75 a pip, but they broke it down this way so it looks nicer. And that's $75 a pip. I don't. So this person's obviously a fraud. Okay. This one we'll do. This one or this one? We'll do this one because it's quicker. Because this, you'll see a lot of this one. And this one is actually in a better direction. Okay, so $516 for the day. That's exciting. Like that'll make anybody's day. That'll make my day. Cool. So here is a lot size. This is for gold. For Terra, XAU is gold. Okay. So it's not a currency pair, it's precious metals measured against the US dollar. So what lot size is this? 0.40. Drop it in the chat. Perfect. So it's $4 per pip. $4 per pip. Let's go down the line here. What's the next one? 0.15. Terra is tearing it up. I like that. I like that. Okay, so let's break this down. And this will be like the exact thing that I was talking about at the beginning. So $168 divided by $4. So 168 divided by 4, 42. 42 pips. Next one, 170, 80 cents. 42.7. Now Daniel's competing. I know him. He's competing right now. He's already on the next ones. So drop it, Daniel. 91.35. Yeah, see? So 60.9 pips. And then the next one, 91.35. Same thing. So 60.9. Perfect. So for gold, I'm gonna just be modest here. For gold, this is decent. This is a decent trade. But gold, you can actually go more than that. But because of the lot size, $4 a pip, they caught 42 pips. This, I'm gonna just say this was a decent thing. I could say that this person is being genuine, right? The last one there, so look, 206.5 pips totaled out. If you were to add these two, like really, because this is one commodity, this is one precious metal. You could look at it like one big trade broken down. So you can look at it like you add them all up. like I gave on the previous example. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is basically 1.1 lot size, which is still good. Still pretty decent. So by looking at this, we could be like, okay, this person was, I'm personally not a fan of the fact that they had so many open, but the pip size that they closed out at for each position, again, for the sake of this training and the example, we could say that so far from the ones we've seen, this one is more credible. This one would be like, okay, I'll pay attention to you a little bit. I'm more open to hearing what you have to say. The last two, don't even talk to me. Just I'll unfollow you for me. Pretty much. Does that make sense so far? For the last example here, we'll save the big pop-up for last. Because you see stuff like this every so often. And you know, for internet gurus out there, sometimes they're too scared to go this deep because they know what'll come with it. Because then you get people like me that look at their trades, and I'm just like, you're full of crap. Okay. So let's see here. So Big Papa over here has $3,012. Pretty good day. His sold at 2 lot size. That's $20 a pip. $3,012 divided by 20. What is it? 150.6. I'll just put 150. So in reality, that's a really good close. Call it for what it is. Call a spade a spade. This one won't be too far off, but do the math. So 3,356 divided by 20 is how many pips? Oh, 167. Thank you, Tara. Tara is destroying you guys. Is anybody lost so far? If you are, please don't be shy. You're not going to be like roasted. You'll be up on the wall of shame, but you won't be roasted, I promise you. Jokes aside, is if there's something that you don't understand, just share it. I probably won't be able to go too deep into it, but it's something that we can all like talk about in the Champions University chat afterwards, right? Because if you don't understand it, you're not going to grow if like you don't share it, because somebody else might be able to answer it or DM you after or whatever. So if you've got lost somewhere, just say, I got lost here. Like Tara asked about pips, and now look, she's tearing everybody up. So, okay. This one here, for those that don't know, this is silver, AG, by periodic table. Now I'm getting too nerdy. AU is not Australia. It's periodic table for gold. AG is silver. So this person was trading silver as well. 760 divided by 20 is how many? 38. Okay, we're just going to go quickly here. Euro, and then New Zealand, whatever the currency is, sell at $30 a pip. So 169 divided by 30. 38. Oh, 5.6. Okay. Here we'll do this one. This one is pretty straightforward, which is obviously 2. So this is 2 pips. And here's why I'm pointing this out. So this is 2 pips. Something like this, these first ones here, you could say this is a good trade. Let's call it for what it is. But when you start to break down their trades and you come across something like this, that is enough for me to be a red flag, to start questioning everything. Why would you go in on a trade and close it 2 pips into profit? Why did you go in already at a loss because of the spread? We already know that. You're already in negatives and you wrote it up just 2 pips. Does that mean that you didn't have a proper stop loss and an exit plan? Does that mean that you didn't have proper take profits? Does that mean that maybe you went in on this trade and you let it like totally crash until it finally just recovered and then you close it so that you can show blue instead of red? And that's my thought process, because you clearly showed a loss here. So let me understand this loss. Like this is how psychotic you have to be when you're going to be like dissecting people's trades. Because then we can break it down further, because if you look at all the time of all of these, they're like basically they're all in the same day. So a proper trader would never do like so many buys and sells. Like they're mostly sells, but then you have a buy at the bottom. Why did you go against yourself? Look at the time of it. So we're not going to look at the top half anymore from here. We won't look at this. Let's look at the bottom. Look at this. And the time zone, psychotic is sounding good if I can pick out fake gurus. Exactly. So that's the whole point. You got to be able to dissect people and be like this aggressive just to understand. And for those that are doing the marketing, I don't want you to start being a good faker. This is not what I'm promoting here. Let's get that clear. But I want you to understand, if you're going to market something and you're trying to attract somebody that maybe has some experience, you want to make sure that you're displaying something. And if you're authentic about it, which is something I promote heavily, just be authentic. A good trader, if you were to say, like, let's say if I marketed this, and let's say for the sake of the conversation, I'll finish my point in a sec. Let's say for the sake of conversation, everything was good and legit and like the numbers add up. And a good trader is looking at this, or someone with experience is looking at this on my stories or whatever, which you shouldn't be putting on your stories, but let's say you did, or you shared it with someone, and you say, this is what I've been implementing from what I've been learning from top experts, and I'm still new. And this is a demo account, by the way. An experienced trader does not give a crap if you're on a demo or not. An experienced trader wants to know, does your formula work? Because if you're new and you can make a formula work, imagine what I could do. That's what's going through their mind. I don't care what you can do with it, because I know I'll make it better. I want to know, what is it that you're doing here? Okay, let's break this down. I'm already smelling a lot of BS just with this one trade alone. That was the first thing that I looked at here. That, and then the one losing one. And losing doesn't mean bad, by the way. Let's get that clear. So you can have good days and bad days, good trades and bad trades. But going back to my main points here is, let's look at the time, because the times, by the way, is measured in universal time, not like Eastern time, Pacific time, Mountain time. For the sake of it, just shows you a timestamp. We know that it was all the same day, obviously not this year. So it was all the same day. And look at the time, 9:59, 33 seconds, 9:59, 56 seconds, at 10. So obviously like a few seconds later. So then you have 3 minutes later, then a few seconds later. So within a span of what, even 5 minutes, you did a sell with gold, and then you did a sell with silver, and then you did a buy with gold, and then you did a sell with gold. Okay, the silver, that was a bad call on your part. Whatever, you know, shit happens. Pardon my Spanish. Whatever. We'll give this one a pass, even though this was a horrible call. But you can tell based off of the times of everything, this person got greedy. Because why would you put a buy? Why would you put a buy of 2 lots? Let me clear some of this up. Let me show you where my head is at. Because here we have this gold, this one's silver. We won't look at silver right now. This gold and this gold. So why would you have 3 sells, 1 buy? Your buy is a 2 lot. And your sells, if you add them up, is 3, 6, 7, 8. So if you're in the profits with your sells, why would you go against yourself with a buy? Now, some people, some traders, and I don't recommend you do this, some traders will go in on a reversal, got to catch or whatever, but that's already borderline gambling, because if you have a proper trading strategy, you already have your exit plan, you have your stop loss, you have your take profit. So getting in on this trade against yourself, that buy, even though it was a profits, that to me shows that they're acting on impulse, that they don't have a proper trading strategy. If you look at like Armin trade, he's like calculated and like precise. He does binary options, but even when he talks about like Forex and stuff, it's the same principle. And it's all about risk management. So looking at this, at the start, it's like, okay, that's pretty decent. But something as simple as this close here and him going against himself and going in on silver out of nowhere randomly, when you had an awesome day up here, $760, why would you risk yourself? This is the last point for this screenshot with the silver. So you understand where my head is at. So this trader with silver, because this one's silver, they had an excellent trade. Do the math for me again. $760 divided by 20. How many pips is that? 760 divided by 20 is what? $38. Tara's already reading my mind. Don't worry, Tara. Understood. Okay. Now over here. This is $10 a pip. So $930 loss divided by $10. It's 93. Right? Is my math right? Yes. 93 minus 93. Yes. Perfect. Just making sure we're all on the same page. It's minus 93. So to point out the example, they had a decent trade of 38 pips in the profit. Okay. Whatever. Good for you. $20 a pip, 2 lot size, 38 pips at 2 lot size. Pretty risky. Whatever. You made $760. Congratulations. I got no beef there. But the fact that how long after? That was at whatever universal time, 2 p.m. 8 hours later. 8 hours later, you got in on another sell at a lower price point, because you can see the price point here. This is where they got in. They bought in at this price. Sorry, they got in at this price. That's their entry. That's what they closed at. Everything's here. You can see everything. What they got in at, what they closed at. So this is what they closed at, $24.18. Got that whole cow. Please explain, you make me hungry. Got that whole beef. Okay, I'm a little lost. I want to understand. So please explain the beef. So here's $24.18, what they closed at. Silver obviously dropped further in the price, and they got back in at $23.58 on a sell, basically saying, oh, wow, look, it's still going down. I could have made more money than this. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to ride this trade out because I think that there's more money to get. And instead, what happened? The price went back up. Went back up 93 pips. And they lost not only what they earned for the previous trade, they lost more for that trade. Now, overall on this, what we're looking at, they are up for the day. But the final verdict, is this person somebody to follow? Yes or no? No. Perfect. So now all of you are, not only did they get too greedy, Daniel, but we can see that their patterns are inconsistent and impulsive, and we really can't trust them unless they can break it down and like, so like if you were to question it, and it's okay to question trades, if you were to say, hey, look, This is what I was doing. This is whatever. Again, it's all mathematics. You should be able to show your work. Here are the trades, whatever. I saw this, whatever, and I got back in. If you were to say, yes, I got greedy, then I'll give you a bit of credit, because all of us, me too, all of us have done what you saw there. All of us have done it. You get back in, I could still whatever. I closed too early. I should have whatever. I should have listened to my gut. I should have listened to whatever. This news came out and I knew it. We all go through those emotions, which is why a demo account is good to practice on and be patient. Some people pick it up quick, some people don't. But just because you picked up the concept quickly doesn't mean like, oh, you know what? I picked this up quick in a week. I'm good to go live. God bless you and your ignorance, because I was that ignorant at one point also. If I could go back and kick myself, I would. What you want to do is practice, 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 and basically be able to reconstruct your trades so that you know if you could do it. It's called back testing. If you're able to go back and check your strategies, check your formulas to see if all those things go through, if they do work, what you're looking at, and just be patient with it. If you want to know if you are ready to trade a live account, live meaning actual money, and I'll always say this: anything less than $1,000 is still practice money. Anything less than $10,000 is not real serious money. If you really want to see if you're ready to take your stuff live, see if you can grow your demo account. See if you can double it. If you can double it with proper risk management, because that takes time. If you can get to the discipline of doubling your demo account, and anyone that's talked to me, I always tell you, pick the lowest demo account size. If it's 1,000, if it's 3,000, if it's 5,000, do whatever is less than 5,000, because your brain will register it as more realistic. Some people, and I remember when it was for me, I remember when having $1,000 in my savings account was like $1 million. So how can your brain fathom a $10,000, $100,000, $1 million demo account? It already registers it like it's not even real. So how are you going to treat your trading if you already register it as not real? You're not going to take it serious. But if you do something kind of more realistic, like 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, as you start to trade and practice, you're maintaining that discipline. So the day that you do go live with your first $500, $1,000, again, I don't recommend the 500, but if that's all you got, then whatever. I'm not dissing it. I'm just saying, if it's 500, if it's 1,000, if it's 5,000, 3,000, wherever you start, everybody starts somewhere. Your brain is already well versed in those numbers, and you're used to seeing like $5 days, $20 days, $50 days, and you've trained yourself to not be excited by the dollars. You're excited by the pips, and then that's what's catching your attention. Because if you're able to have a 50 pip day, and if that was a $5 day, and you're excited about the 50 pips and not the $5, when you get your account to the point where you are trading at a 10 lot size, which is $100 per pip, that same 50 pips, drop it in the chat. $100 a pip times 50 is what? Drop it in the chat. So that same $5 trade, that same $5 day can also be a $5,000 day. But it's not going to happen overnight. That's going to be a big account size. What if it was just a 1 lot size? So that's $10 a pip. Sorry. Wait, let me not screw things up. What did I just say? 10 lot size. So 10 lot size is $100 times 50. Okay. So now do the 1 standard lot. So $10 times 50 is your $500 day. I was just making sure I didn't mess myself up. So there's your $500 day. Same thing, 0.1 lot size is $1 a pip times 50, pretty straightforward, $50. So that same $5 day you're excited about 50 pips. As you grow your account, it's the exact same discipline every time you go up a level. Every time you go up a level with your account, you can increase your lot size from 0.01, then to 0.02 to 0.03, and you go up the thing. If you can get all the way from the 0.0s to the 0.1s and then to the 1 points, you've mastered it. This is a game of patience, discipline, and consistency. Most of us, mainly the guys, fail on the patience, discipline, and consistency part. Whereas the ladies, and I'd love to see more ladies in this space, they end up kicking our butts with the patience, discipline, and consistency. But we don't have as many ladies because more male dominated. Look at this. Look at the call that we have right now. It's mainly guys, right? So with that being said, I hope this was helpful. Now you'll be able to detect who's being honest and who's not. So I'm going to for sure piss off a lot of internet gurus out there, but I don't care because I want you guys to be educated properly. A lot of this stuff you can find in the back office. So make sure you take advantage of the not champions, but of the iGenius University. Make sure you take advantage of the Champions University by attending these calls, watching the recordings and stuff. And don't go into live accounts unless you have your demos set up. Practice, and make sure you practice proper risk management. And once again, I'm Edwin, and I will see you guys in the chat. Make sure if you post this on Instagram that you tag me, Edwin D Zapata.